First, I'd like to introduce you to Brother Scott Royslin, a pioneer from the Walnut Park congregation. And Brother Royslin has been a continuous pioneer for the past 5 years and is intensely occupied with the ministry. But it wasn't always like that. Can you share that with us?
Well, previously I was working full-time and oftentimes in excess even more than 40 hours a week. And plus I owned a home and there were remodeling projects and maintenance that really kept me preoccupied on material things.
I see. So then you started really simplifying your life, cutting down on your work hours, downsizing your living arrangements in order to pioneer. What's been the effect on your life?
Well, it's more realistic to really be focused on spiritual things, such as Jehovah's righteousness. And one example is it's a righteous thing to be kind and loving to others. And Jehovah's the prime example of that, as we've seen. Well, on construction sites, I found it almost impossible because the culture there really is to just look out for yourself. In the ministry, however, it's necessary to be kind and loving to other people, and it really does become easier to reflect Jehovah's qualities the more time you spend in the ministry.
I see. So with your work and ministry schedule, I understand time can be a little tight. How have you been able to change that potential obstacle into an opportunity to recount Jehovah's righteousness?
Well, many days I'll start work at 6 a.m. and I want to try to go out in service starting at 9 with the group. And so I'll just dress in my service clothes right from the house. And so, of course, many that I see, they ask me, well, why are you dressed so nice? And so I've had new opportunities to declare the good news to people. Plus, Jehovah blessed Lisa and I with a Bible study with a coworker and his wife.
That's great. Thank you very much. Well, next I'd like to introduce you to Sister Kerrie Crossman from the Loa congregation. Now, Sister Crossman had been involved in full-time service for some 10 years prior to having children. The challenges of having children, though, affected her attitude in the ministry. What was it exactly?
Well, pioneering to parenthood was a challenge for me. It seemed like my ministry really suffered the time and the quality. It was sort of like a lame sacrifice to Jehovah. I even kind of dreaded midweek service, trying to haul kids, car seats, strollers, snacks, all that to the meeting for field service, and hoping the kids would just behave themselves.
So what helped you to find your joy in the ministry again?
Well, it was really some very loving pioneers in our congregation that were always willing to work with me. They never made me feel like I was a burden, and they really encouraged me, and we started to find our joy in the ministry. We would have so much fun all piled in the minivan. Jehovah even blessed me with a really wonderful Bible study that wanted to come to my house, and that was so wonderful with the kids when they were little.
Wow, a Bible study who comes to your house? What a blessing. What have been some of the other blessings of recounting Jehovah's righteousness for yourself and also for your family?
Well, I think the biggest blessing is my kids love the ministry. They both progressed to become unbaptized publishers, and now they're willing to stay out with me all day long or come up after school. So because of that, we've been able to expand our ministry. I've been able to do all the different 30-hour campaigns, and that really reminds me what it feels like to be a pioneer, even if it's just for one day at a time. So now we've set the family goal that hopefully I'll be able to start pioneering again in September.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much for those nice, encouraging experiences.